What if I told you there was a way to show up consistently on guitar to play despite your busy life? A way to get back on track quicker if you did fall off your routine. A way to make laser focused progress without needing more time. To unlock more songs and level up your playing skills. Would you do it? Because that's what I did. I started off playing guitar with open chords and I struggled with rhythm and with finger picking, with all the classic skill sets. And I wanted to learn this. I had no clue how to get there. And in less than a couple of months, I went from playing open chords to getting this. And today I'm going to share with you how I did it through what I call the 5-step follow-through formula. I'm going to show you this today so you can actually sit down and focus on guitar, learn more songs, even weird genres, and improve your skills, especially strumming and finger picking. The 5-step follow-through formula. Step 1, tidy technique on a chord. 2, do chord change with the tight technique. 3, play steady on a chord progression. 4, start with the simplest song section. And 5, stitch together the song sections. And there's nuances and caveats to each of these steps. So I'm going to give you a few little tips and pointers within each step so you can put it all together, so you can follow through and improve your skills as you go. I don't know about you, but when I started learning guitar first, I treated the whole song as one big thing to learn. And even breaking it down into verses and things like that, I'd try a bit of that, but then I get bored and it bounces to the next song and the next song and the next song. And this went on until I broke it down into the smaller steps. Here's why this works. When we tend to look at a song, we look at the whole song. We get given the whole song. And we tend to treat it like we read it from left to right. And after playing for a while, it's easy to go, how am I doing? I don't even know. Having smaller chunks to work and drill and see progress on and build momentum. When you know the proper order to break it down into and the proper order to practice it in and put it all together, you're going to make progress much faster. And I don't know about you, but I know that when I'm making progress at something, I enjoy it more and it makes it easier to want to sit down and do it more. Step 1, tidy technique on a chord. Say you're learning a finger picking pattern, a picking pattern, or a strum pattern. What you want to do is pick one chord, an easy chord to hold down as you practice the pattern. That way you can put all your focus into the pattern. There's no thinking about the chord changes, no thinking about singing and playing, no thinking about, God, that chord change is coming up later, or that section's coming up. You're in the present moment and you can put all your focus and attention into drilling the pattern at hand. So basically take one. So it's Wonderwall, you could go like this. And just get that. Again, I'd spend a couple of minutes focusing on that and then I'd get to the next chord. And this sounds simple in theory, but it's simple not to do, and that's what makes things harder as we go. Which brings us to step 2. Once you've got it on one chord, then you do a chord change with your tight technique. What do I mean by tight technique? I mean that your technique sounds tight and it's steady because you've practiced it on one chord. Then do an easy chord change. So if I was doing this, now I'm practicing on one chord change over and over and over and over. Why that works is now that this is getting more locked in, whether it's a strum pattern or a finger picking pattern, I'm looking at the chord, I'm getting one easy chord change, and I begin with the easiest chord change in the whole song, whatever that is for you. And if you get lost at any stage, all you do is go back one of these steps. So if that's too much, go back to doing it on one chord until you get it. Then step 2. And this works with all the chord changes in the song. So I'd isolate any chord change that needed it with my tight technique and I'd drill the changes. So now you've gone from playing the whole song going, oh, I don't know how this is going, to I can do it on most of the chord changes. And that builds the confidence, which will help improve our skills. Step 3, play steady on one chord progression. Again, pick the easiest chord progression in the song to work on and drill that. Now you've gone one chord, easy chord change. Chord changes make a chord progression being a single line of chords. Go for an easy one. drill that. So if it was Wonderwall, I might go. Now, with respect to whatever song you choose, it could be Wagon Wheel, it could be a redemption song, whatever. And now I'm putting all my focus into the chord progression, which is made up of chord changes, which is made up of chords. And the whole time I've been working on my strum pattern or my finger picking pattern. Because of that, then you can take one chord progression, take the other chord progression in the song and prioritize them. Whichever one is the most difficult, lean into that more. So now you're prioritizing and you're isolating parts. Which leads us to step 4. Start with the simplest song section. Now we're beginning to look at the song as a whole, and we're looking for a song section, a section being the verse, the intro, chorus, pre-chorus, bridge, whichever section. And whichever one you find the easiest. For a lot of players, that's verse 1 and the chorus. Why? Because we're more familiar with those. They're the most well-known parts of songs. They're the first thing we hear, and it's the piece we hear the most, the chorus. So whichever that is for you, pick that section and start practicing that. So now you've gone from chord to chord change to chord progression to song section. And we're going with an easy one. Drill that a ton. Get that going. Just check in, is everything okay? And the whole time we've been avoiding the whole all or nothing of I can't play the whole song or I don't know where to begin. And this way you can work on the verse separate, you can work on the chorus separate, the bridge. You're taking them all as separate projects. So now you've backed away and going, okay, the chorus is going okay, the verse is going okay, the bridge isn't. And if the bridge isn't going okay, I've made that up, but if the bridge isn't going okay, what do? You look, what chord progressions are in the bridge? Okay, it's those. Is there any chord change I find tricky? That one. Drill that. Is it made up of any chords that are difficult? Do that. So these 5 steps, all you got to do is go back a step at any stage and you're going to find it easier to play, which helps you follow through. Now, before you get into step 5 today, I want to share that if you want to find out more, I have frameworks like this inside my guitar community. You'll find a link below. It's full of great people. I share new frameworks and strategies every month on how to approach song learning. And we actually pick songs and learn them together as a group, and you get feedback on how your playing is going. So if you want to find out more about that, just check below this video and you'll find out everything you need to know. Step 5, stitch together the song sections. Now you've worked on each song section. Now it's time to stitch them together. So work on playing the verse. You get to the end of the verse. What's next? It could be the pre-chorus. Play that section into that section. Take that, start drilling that. And as you do this, then you're going to find that you'll begin to start to piece the song together. I share this with students. It's kind of like making a jigsaw. Do you ever make a jigsaw where you start on one section and you're making progress, but you might halt a bit, and then you find another part of the jigsaw and you start to piece things together, and both parts start coming together bit by bit? That's like the song sections. So you can basically start stitching them together and start making the whole song. And that's why we call it stitch together song sections. And those are the 5 steps of the follow through formula. Hope you enjoyed this video. My intention with this channel is to teach you new frameworks as well as song lessons. So pop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this lesson, and I reply to every comment. I look forward to hearing what you thought. And I'll see you in the next class.